a new tutorial about the Core PA5X. In this tutorial we are going to take a look at the new Creator Bot. You can use the Creator Bot to create new styles out of MIDI files, and it works really good. It works much better as on the PA4X, and I've tested hundreds of MIDI files to see what you can encounter when converting MIDI files. Because basically you see these tutorials online and they show like everything is working, but it's not. You need to have some basic knowledge to know how to create these styles. It's not hard once you know the tricks. I'm going to show all those tricks. So things like short intros in wrong keys, not sounding elements in your converted MIDI file, all those things are covered in this tutorial. And I'm going to explain them by converting them in real time and showing you what you have to do to make them really work. So why is this such a big deal? Well, basically in the old situation we needed Cubase or Logic for things to create new styles on keyboards. And basically that has to do a lot with setting the correct labels, finding the correct information in the MIDI files. I've created a tutorial on my channel for that, how to do it, but it's a lot of work to create just one style. And the Creator Bot does all this work for you and even assigns some standard general MIDI sounds to it, and has some hidden tricks which are absolutely amazing. What I'm going to do is I start with some easy conversions that works immediately, and then I take a MIDI file that doesn't work correctly and doesn't sound all the elements that are in there. And eventually I will show you a MIDI file that has the wrong key, too short intros, all those kind of things that you have to do to make it really work. Well, to start to use the Creator Bot, it's a good thing to have some file organization on your PA5X, because the Creator Bot always default tries to save it in the first folder in the user area, and you don't want to select a new folder every time you are creating a new style out of a MIDI file. So let's do that first. Go to the main screen, you see it over here. Press the Player 1 button and go to the Style section. Then go to the User section, and here you have all your user variations for styles. Now what we are going to do is, my first tab is QR styles. Yours is different probably. So what we are going to do is press the right top of the screen and say, hey, we want a new bank. Give that a name, 00, so it's the first element. Creator Bot. So then you know, hey, everything I modify is always saved by default in this folder. So you will see eventually how this works. So now it has on the first page, it has a 00 Creator Bot folder that is empty. So this is what we are going to use to create our new styles for the MIDI files. So how do you activate the Creator Bot? Well, it's really easy. Press the Regedit button over here, and you see a new tile called Style Creator Bot. That's all there is to it. It's really that easy. Press the Style Creator Bot and select the location of your MIDI files. Well, in my case, I've selected a few tutorial MIDI files for you, and they are in here. So these are all general MIDI files which I selected for this tutorial. So let's convert one. Well, the only thing you have to do is you select it and you press the exit button. And now it's processing the style and it's created a style for us. And you also see over here below that it's now default routed to the first folder of your user area. You can save it somewhere else, but that if you want to convert lots and lots of MIDI files, that's a lot of work. So that's why we created the 00 Creator Bot. Just press save. And it has saved the style. And do you want to load it in Player 1? Yes. And now we have the Demos Roussos song so that we can play that. So let's try that. You hear that it's converted all the intros. You can see how long it is. It's 8 measures long. And we are going to variation 1 and eventually to variation 4 for this. Well, you can hear that I don't know how to play the song. I have to look it up on my songbook, but you get the drift. I also hear that my keys are a little bit loud, so let's turn them a little bit down. So this is the outro, and this was all done within a few minutes, and you don't have to do anything about it. You have a new style specifically for this song. So really good. Of course you can improve the sound, but we will do that in the latest example. Let's do another one. Let's do Nikita. Load it in the player. Those are quite straightforward MIDI files, and when you convert them, well, they are simply structured, most of the time a little bit older, and they are all in the same key and doesn't do really strange things. So you can convert those really good. So let's do another one, Karma Chameleon. And if we convert this one, it converts quite well. So maybe you're going to try this. You will hear that the bass will not sound, and just watch the bass track lane and you will see that it has information in it, but it didn't convert the bass, although it looks like that. So how to solve these kind of things? So let's listen how it's converted. You hear that it's missing the bass. So without the bass the song is useless, so we have to fix that. So how do you fix this kind of things? Well, basically you need to know the cause why this is happening, and most likely it has some control change information in the original MIDI file which is causing this kind of problem. And it's very easy to solve. So how do you solve this? Press the Rec Edit button, press the Style Edit, and we are in Karma Chameleon, and we are going to select Intro 1, and if we are going to solo the bass, you will hear that when we play it, you don't hear anything. So that's the problem that you are going to fix. Well, because it's based on control information, it's most likely that the expression parameter is set to 0. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, don't worry, just remember or bookmark this specific spot in the video. But this is how to solve it. Press the menu button, go to Element Track Controls, it's on the right top of your screen, press that tile, and now we are in the expression tab. And one thing that you will notice is that the expression is at 0 for the intro, and not for the... Yeah, it does it for all the elements. So what we need to do is just add 127 to it, and we do that for every element. So I press the intro 2 now. The intros are now 127. Variation 2 has still 120. Variation 3 had 0. Variation 4 had 0. Fill 1. Fill 2 has 0. Fill 3 has 0, Fill 4 has 0, the break has 0, the ending also. So just select it or use the turn wheel if you are happier with that. Ending 2 also has 0, and ending 3 also has 0. So we set now every element, doesn't matter which one you are using, to an expression value of 127. We save the style again and press the exit button to go to the style. If we are doing it now, you will hear the bass line here. me stop it. So now we completely fixed the completed style just by modifying that expression value from 0 to 127. So if you're running these kind of things, most likely it's control change information in your original MIDI file that is interpreted in a specific way. So you can fix it in the style editor. So another example where it goes wrong, where you need to fix it yourself. Let's use the Ordinary World from Duran Duran. I think that's one of the most greatest songs of Duran Duran. And it did all the work now for me. So I have that song now as a style in my PA5X, and I know that this song is in C# minor. So let's play that song in C# minor and let's see what happens. It plays this one, but this is the original one, and it's in the wrong key, the intro. And now you hear that it comes to variation 2, which is in the correct key. But the intro was completely wrong, so we need to fix it. Also, something that is wrong is that it's way too short. It's 4 length, but the melody, that's 8 measures long, so we need to fix that also. You hear, now it goes to the variation, so we want the intro twice as long. So we are also going to fix that. Now, that's not hard to do when you know how this works. We do it the same as just before. Go to Rec Edit and go to Style Editor. We press the Intro 1 button and we know the song is in C# minor, but you can see in the root chord over here that it determines that it's an F sharp. Why does it do it? Well, the intro is not in C sharp, but it's actually played in F sharp. So that's why I determined, hey, it's F sharp minor that I need to assign to it. So all we have to do is to set it in the correct key, which is C sharp minor. So select that one, C sharp minor. So this one is correct. So it's now in the correct key. So if you have a song that is where the intro is in the wrong key or the ending, you also need to do this for the ending, by the way. So let's do it on intro 1. So just check in which key is my song and set the root and type to the song accordingly to the root note of the song. So that's basically all. Then we have to fix the intro. It's now 4 measures long. Well, actually it's 5 with the pickup, but it needs to be 8. So that's where the CV length come in over here in the top. You see that it has a CV length of 5, but we want the intro twice, so that we can play that specific melody. And now you know that it's an 8 length measure, but you can set it to 8, because if you set it to 8 you will lose measure 5. So what we have to do is we double the length that is over here, and we are going to cut out the pickup of it. So if we are going to play it, you hear that the first measure is an intro thing. So and then it starts. So we want to get rid of that that intro one. So we make this 10. Now it's twice the length, and we have to cut out measure 6. So let's listen to it. It starts now. This is the style intro. Well, you can see over here in the measure, in this section over here, you can see which measure you want to cut out. This is all okay, measure 5 is okay, but in measure 6 it will start with that. That's not what we want. We want to get rid of that measure 6. So we need to cut out measure 6. How do you do that? Press the menu button, go to Style Edit tile, and we have all kind of tabs here, and we are going to the cut insert, and we are going to say, hey, for the intro I want to remove measure 6. So select intro 1, all tracks, measure 6, and all CVs, and we want only measure 6, there's a length of 1, so a length of 1 removed. So press cut. And if we are going now to the press the exit button, you will see that now has a CV length. It was 10, but now it will play the element twice. So let's do that. Intro. And you will hear that it doesn't stop on measure 6 for the intro again, but it will continue this part. And it does it again. Save style. Save it again to where you had it, and press the exit button to get rid of it. And now we fixed the complete song. So let's play it. So etc, etc. So what did we do? We fixed the intro. We changed the length of the intro. So everything is fine. Now the only thing we need to do now is to make the sound a little bit better, and you can use the revoicing MIDI files for my tutorial for that. But basically, in short, you see here a fretless bass. Select that one and go to the factory bass and select a fretless bass over here. So let's use this one. Well, I really like the drums, but I want to have a more pronounced feeling to the drums. So let's add an limiter to that. So go to the dynamics one, go to stereo mastering limiter, and let's lower the threshold to give it a little bit more punch. So it has a little bit more punch now than it had. Let's do some basic EQing. Add a little bit of low end to the bass, and go to the finalizer tab. A little bit high end, so that's fine. So with just a few minor adjustments, we've already changed the sound. You can also add some effects to it. Let's add a little bit of effect to position elements. little bit of reverb. Let's do something like a reverb hall. And in the MFX end we can set how much each element we don't want there. Well, the drums and bass don't need that much, just a little bit. But you can also set all these kind of things. So with just a few modifications, and this is all explained in the MIDI files revoicing tutorial in a 20-minute video. So I go much deeper into all these kind of things, but that's basically how you change your MIDI files and your styles. So it's a lot of fun. It works really good. If you use these kind of tricks that I showed you, you can convert a lot of them. So that's it for now, and I hope to see you again in the next tutorial. Bye.